Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing to start the drive. Wagner. And his first look is incomplete. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this day?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Cousins. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Osborne. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? Now, that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the goals were made up for offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Matt Prater for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The pass caught by Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This is a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wagner. And that throw behind his man. He missed it, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 3rd down, Wagner. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. The result, only 4 yards there. With 4 yards to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in the game.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0.
Saints nothing. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to break out before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there with a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. This is taken at the 23. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A first down throw for Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The Saints 46-yard line.
Second down at 4. Play fake. Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He did that. He wound up getting 8.
It'd be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Cousins now to throw on first down. This ball complete to Rager. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. And
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Wagner. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw on second down. Wagner. He'll get this out to Kamara. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are finally on the board in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And leads down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On second down, Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Vikings on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play action now. Cousins. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 7. Matt Prater set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive. Wagner. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Wagner toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down.
On 1st and 10, Wagner. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Back to throw again. Back to Kamara for another catch. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Prater on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and 2, Wagner. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on the last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some